Okay, and we are back. So, let's see what else we got here. Hunter Woman. Hee hee hee. You rolled a bad die, Mega Man. Prepare to die. Mega Man? I wasn't speaking to that poster just now. It was merely an illusion. Keep your eyes peeled, or a trick like that may spell your doom. Foolish, foolish. This is all because you spent too much time looking at those model giraffes. What? Presto! Hey, I was messing around with the gravity flippers here and I think I got stuck. My sense of direction has been flipped backwards for the past hour and I don't know how to fix it. But don't help me, I'll figure it out. Maybe if I get into a horrible crash, my settings will be reset or reboot. Ah. And we're gonna loop round. I feel like we're getting closer to the end of this tier now. So good progress. 120th is back to having good score. Red Mountain by V1 Rao or just Viral, with an overall score of 45.20. High scores from Patchy and Mick. Low scores from... very low score from Ace again. So this score is more than 122nd and first place, so it's back to being correct, but... yeah, I really don't know what happened with the scoring in the previous stage, but, well, let's give it a go. What is it? Red Mountain. 2 elements and 2 trickster tokens. We've got Pluto's theme? Oh yes, I'm gonna enjoy this, and I really like the graphics here already. They feel very Genesis-like, I would even say. Is this where I'm picking which route I want to go? I would go up there, honestly. What's here then? That's a spring, okay. Oh wow, ouch. Hello, Gabio. Oh my gosh, the reskins are quite nice here. Oh, it's a Kirby theme stage? They look like Kirby sprites now. Okay. Okay, you're in a really awkward position, so... oh, you're gonna respawn, aren't you? No, you did not. Hello, Totem Poland. Does this just kill you outright then? No? This? No? Maybe breakdance is the way then. Can I just not take you out then? Well, I will leave you be then. Ah! Oh. Oh, hello. Maybe it's because I'm playing as the Mega Man sprite that it makes me feel like I'm playing the Genesis here. Oh, I don't really like that E-tank position. Let's go up then. Let's keep going. You gonna drop down? Hello? I don't really want it that badly. Okay. Well, that's a one-way. Oh, we're gonna have this mini-boss. Yeah. Oh, that was just great, RNG. I didn't realize you quaked the ground, if I'm honest. Oh, I wanted to go right! No! Now I know this is Magma Man's theme. This was in another stage in Tier 1, and I said, wow, that sounds like Concrete Man. But it turned out to be Magma Man's theme. Oh, I see you down there. Oh, is that not... okay. I definitely missed a token. I already missed a token for sure. Ooh. Oh, hello! Monkey! Monkey! The first icon was definitely at the top, but I just happened to stand with the platform broke, so... Didn't really have much to say on that front. There's a ladder down there? What? Hello? Okay, that's just weird. I hope none of these is just a fake kid. Wait, that's an enemy. I couldn't see. I'm gonna be perfectly frank here. Okay, there's a lot going on here. Oh, let's not get smacked in the face. Oops. Proceeds to get smacked in the face. Oh, hello. Ooh. Ooh. Where? Wait. Oh. Okay. Oh, you're in a really annoying position. Let's get rid of you before you cause too much problems. Oh wait, I can jump through here. Ah! I don't think there's anything to the top. I very much realize I'm low on it. What? No, we need to go. Do I just... I put a lot of faith into that. Working, and it did work, so good thing. Oh no, Curtain Polo needs to go! We're getting quite claustrophobic here. Oh, you're there again? Okay. Okay. Got another checkpoint, I like to see that. I see Eddie there too. Thanks for the HP. Oh, shark? Oh, Sharkfin or whatever your name is. No. Can I just stay here and be like, fine? Well, this is a bit silly. This is a bit silly, isn't it? Interesting. No! What? Oh, the boss hurt me. Ow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is certainly a new take on this kind of boss. It really keeps you on your toes. Because, well... No. Okay, it's gonna be easier now. We can just stay on this side. Okay. I almost got smacked in the face like a silly goose. Oh, I like how you look here. Oh, I wasn't expecting you. Wait, you're just gonna be safe here, aren't you? Well, if you really want to drag on the fight, I think you will be actually fine here. Or you just pick your moments to attack here. There we go. Woohoo! Nice! Doing that entire boss in one go? Pretty impressive. Well, I know with the first But at least I have an idea where the first token is. I feel like I should take the other path first, no, and then just explore after with the radar on, so... Oh! Oh! So you have to go up. Okay, that I wasn't expecting. I thought it was pick your choice here. Then again, no, maybe here to the right. Yes, here we go. This is where it splits. Yeah, these really look like Waddle Dees. Maybe that's what they are trying to be. Wait, and now what? Do I just jump to the right? Well, science was tested. Science was not has not confirmed anything today. Oh, I see. And then you loop back. So this is how you deal without utilities. Okay, okay. I wonder if the path splits here then. Just make sure to not be in the center when you defeat the boss. So maybe there is one on each path actually. After the split here. So to the right this time, we actually have to be peeled for a token now. Because it seems like there will be one on this path and one on the bottom path then. This time we're actually scaling the mountain. It could just be to the left here. Does this scroll to the right? I still like the look of that. I'm gonna try it. Oh. Okay, so... Oh, it's a one-way trip. Well... Okay. Huh. That M tank just so is not worth it, like, ever. Ow. Where am I meant to go? Oh. Blind jump. Okay. Ow! I didn't know where I was going. I genuinely didn't know where I was going. Up again. Okay. Are any of these ladders? No. And that's the end. Oh! Oh! So there's the second token at least. I don't think it's gonna be there. In fact, no, it can't be. Well, let's exit the stage. Time to put on my radar and go search for the first one. I think I'm gonna take the down path though. It's probably gonna be split on the down path. It would make sense. Soccer ball! Little do people know of Mega Man's death at the hands of this game. True story. Well, I don't. So, time to turn on the radar, and off we go exploring. So, editing commence! Really? It's down there? Well, if I wouldn't have made that jump, I would have found it, but I mean the background does scroll, but that's still a bit mean to put it there. Well, we got it though. So yeah, not too bad. Ooh. No, that's not that bad, but let's get it over. Ta-da! Let's keep going and see what... Oh, and that's where the ladder comes out. Yeah, I mean, that ladder did seem suspicious. I just didn't know. Well, that's good to know. You can come up from there, but going down there means you just die. Okay. Well, that's it for Red Mountain. Let's go with Viral, because it seems right. Judge commentary time. Mick, 57. So Mega Man decided to take a break from Wily to challenge Eggman? I can see the idea. Yeah, so... Wait, Eggman? So it's the Sonic franchise? The majority of the reskins here work reasonably well, and not just in the graphical sense. Springer proved a surprisingly effective obstacle. Alongside Fire Totem and Totem Poland actually got to use their jump function. Similarly, the Fire Boss was surprisingly entertaining throughout. The only reskin who was routinely just there was Returning Monkey. The non-reskinned enemies were a non-presence. The non-catch vanishes entirely on the level's second route, but the real biggest issue is the hammers. I appreciate that they don't block shots for a change. I don't appreciate the terrible contrast against dark background. Speaking of visual clarity, the pass-throughs in the level look like Lego or Solid. That got confusing to say the least. The level also splits into two paths, which is a bit of a mixed bag. The downwards path is great, with some of the most creative sections plus a music challenge for variety's sake. The only real weakness there is the most complicated and interesting setup. Fire Totem plus Springer plus Totem Pollen plus Fireball shows up earlier than ideal. And beyond that, the area is just kinda there. The rightmost path has a new element with Gemma seed pipes. Oh, right, that's the ladybird kind of enemy. But there's only one significant challenge with the hammer spring, which is easily bypassed. Everything else is easy. For that matter, there's a lot of this level that can be bypassed with weapons. Some of it feels clever and it's a boon with multiple elements, but the ability to skip most everything can get kinda dull. The other big issue with the Gemmacy path, it also doesn't have a boss, which is a massive anticlimax considering the other route uses an Eggman style Mega Meg Shark. Considering the Eggman Shark actually uses other pieces of the level to twist the fight, it's a surprisingly interesting fight, which really just makes the other route's lack of end boss more jarring. There's also a Twin Stone Head mid-boss who is a rather rough fight, considering it's a dual Death Kid boss. I surprisingly don't hate the fight, but it can be a rough time trying to dodge everything. Shin, 38. This is a rather tricky level to pin down. On one hand, it's pretty clear there was effort put into it, given how you expected to approach some of the platforming segments. Despite that, it doesn't always translate to it being good. The main culprits here are the springs and the swinging hammers. Segments involving these either lean towards being very forgiving or somewhat frustrating, given how much stuff can actively get in your way. Sometimes it's as simple as luring an enemy away to give you a clear path to launch off the spring, while other times you have to hit an enemy on springs while contending with other hazards that may or may not sync up well with things, mainly the fire pillars in the underground segment. The one moment that sticks out to me the most was one of the final jumps during the above the ground path, involving a large gap, a swinging hammer above, and a fire pillar on the other side. It's certainly doable, but it strikes me up as overly punishing setup, especially when we consider the lack of checkpoints in this level. Enemy placement is also a mixed bag. Sometimes they synergize well with the room layout and other gimmicks, but other times they're placed in a way that poses next to no threat. Opponents and returning monkeys are the biggest offenders, often having no middle ground with their challenges. They either play off their surroundings well, or they're incredibly easy to dispatch from a distance. Aside from the platforming and a few other moments such as the Stonehead fight with 2 rows of boulders, along with the Mega Mech Shark battle, the only other thing that stood out to me in the stage was the visuals. They're odd. Given the use of multiple different looking ground towns that you can walk and jump through, It's a bit on the messy side, to the point where I found myself enjoying the underground path a bit more thanks to the lack of background details clashing with the terrain. Overall, while I can see some potential with the platform it definitely needs some more polish. Patchy 58, Red Mountain Zone Act 1, so it is just straight up a Sonic reference, but I thought some of the enemies looked like Kirby's resprites. Interesting. The thing that is definitely standing out right away is the aesthetic. Judging from some of the Eggman robot-like reskins, I'm guessing this stage is supposed to be a Sonic reference of sorts. There's a lot of mixing and matching with the tile set, such that it can be hard to tell what floor tiles are at times. Some tiles can also be inconsistent, like the floor and the lava section sometimes being top solid, and other times purely solid. The Spike Hammer reskin seems to have the wrong offset, which makes an otherwise default engine asset bounce weirdly as the anchor keeps changing place. The mini-boss room could have been handled better in terms of letting the player choose their path after said mini-boss is defeated. Oftentimes I fall to the lava section when not meaning to, because that's usually the place the player would stand fighting the hectic double boss fight. Happened to me on the first run through. Sometimes it's hard to tell where to go as well. The lava section has a split path where it looks like down would be the way to progress and left is the token path. It also makes sense, right? As right or bottom tend to be commonly the way forward, but here it's the opposite. Moreover, in the mountain section, one of the holes on the wall looks like it may be leading to a secret, but it's the actual way to progress. The screen with the M-tank doesn't look like you can exit from the left. The sign pointing to the right near the M-tank doesn't help clarify either. There was one jump with the spring and the spike hammer that gave me a lot of trouble. It is way too precise. For one thing, you don't get a lot of control of the bounce when you're on the swing, which leaves you vulnerable. Timing the bounce to get past the hammer swinging is also made difficult. Worst part is there are bottomless pits around the tiny spring platform, and if you fall off here, you get sent back pretty far. Back. Oi! I like the change just done here with the shark ship boss. The springs really help with accelerating the fight since they let you reach the weak spots easier. Though the middle section seems to be aiming for the opposite effect, as the spike hammer there is only there to get in the way and be annoying. The other path has no boss, even though there was a checkpoint before the final room. Don't get too hasty to grab the element though, as there is a hidden screen transition nearby that leads into a token. Seriously, that'd have to be the worst way to hide a token, considering the player would have to go through the entire stage again if they happen to miss that spot. Glad I didn't! Flashman 48. The secret to a good referential level is capturing the feel of the source material. You've got monkeys, hammers and lava, but you also need at the very least more appropriate music, and a sense of speed if you're going to channel Sonic Adventure. It took me entirely too long to realize that the boss of Red Mountain wasn't going to be that good you are. Setting aside the theming, the level still falls short in several areas. Graphically, there's no unifying style. The custom sprites clash with each other, and they don't really look like Mega Man or Sonic. It seems like the tiles were selected because they're all mountainy, not because they fit nicely together. Top solid platforms are the main problem. The screens with fewer layers look pretty decent. Even with the arrow signs in the background, the level layout is confusing. Unexpected directional shifts do not work well with solid screen edges and bottomless pits that look like they might be transitions. Rush coil easily disrupts the intended flow of several screens, which also makes the choice of locked weapons a bit dubious. Inconsistent object collision adds more confusion. It's unnerving to discover that certain background pillars are secret ladders, for example. It's hard to achieve a good challenge progression with a jumbled level flow, but there are standalone moments of gaming goodness. I'm so glad to see Totem Poland's jumping ability put to good use. I like the simple effective twist on the familiar mini-boss fight, which ended up being my favourite part of the level. It's gratifying to be rewarded for poking around beyond the suspiciously sudden ending screen. The best parts of the level are the simplest ones. I think a crossover might have been too ambitious when so many of the basics need polish, but I recognize the effort that went into trying it anyhow. And finally Ace, who doesn't rate it very highly here. 25. This is unfortunately a stage where almost everything went wrong. The stage has an overabundance of enemies at just about every point. An over-reliance on Death Pit and way too few checkpoints to counteract that. It would take too long to point out everything, but there were some noteworthy issues. There were too many enemies, many of whom had a lot of health, so it took ages getting from screen to screen. There was a lot of waiting with timing challenges that result in death if you failed them. The mini-boss was abysmal. It was a very difficult fight at the end of a very long level section. It was unavoidable with certain spawn locations. It can also drop you into the pit as it died, locking you out of the upper room. Happened to me. The music was not Sonic related, which I would have expected with the obvious references, and just felt lazy. The transition to the second zone was awful. He had the original music play for a couple of seconds, dropping down the pit before entering the lava zone and changing. Whenever you died, you got to hear the awkward music change, which happened a lot. The tileset was poor, with many instances where it was difficult to tell what was solid floor and what dropped you into a pit. There were many enemies camouflaged into the background, for instance the hammers in the lava zone. There was no boss on one route, despite the checkpoint, and the other was a boring boss made simpler than the original in 2 forms, and an unboxed second form. There were only 2 checkpoints. The level was long and given all the above was overly punishing. Only 2? Really? In order to keep the review concise, looks like we have had to resort to bullet points, which is never a good sign. Honestly, I don't have much to say about this level. I was just, well, enjoying the platforming challenges, as well as the theming and aesthetics. But I can see how sometimes they would blend the foreground with the background. And of course, 2 paths. Well, it didn't take me too long to find everything in the stage. Let's make sure to turn this off, so we don't have it on for future stages. And well, yeah, honestly I don't mind the stage. I think it's a fine level. With that said, I'm gonna leave it here because I've done 5 stages in this recording session, so that's actually quite good. Next recording session will probably be Saturday, but at least I've got 5 videos to post, right? Just need to edit this one because, yeah, cut out the footage of me getting to the last token. With that said, yeah, we're making good progress with Tier 5. Really enjoyed these stages. Today was a good recording day. That said, hopefully you enjoyed these videos and thank you very much for watching. Till then, take care.